Uh-oh, guys. Something has followed me home today, and I may have taken on another project.
Not you.
Oh, yeah. It was me. Check out behind me right here, guys. I don't know how, but somehow a pontoon boat followed me home. And if you have one boat, you need a second boat. If you have two boats, you need a third boat. And guess what, guys? Apparently, if you have three, you need four. But no,
Here we are.
This is just a good deal I found on Marketplace. I believe that I want to make a shanty cabin boat. So basically, think of this as the floating platform to hold a little cabin boat. And I feel like I got a pretty good deal on it, so I'm gonna take this joker and we're gonna build something cool out of it. I'm always doing something different, so why not do this? Listen, guys, if I was boring and I did the same thing every day, you might not want to follow us right here. But you know what? We like to keep things exciting. And
This
now,
is true.
the cabin boat build has begun. The first thing we got to do is take everything off the deck and put a brand new deck on it. So, my favorite part of the build, deconstruction.
First things first that have to be done, we have to get everything pulled off of here. So that is what me and Aiden are doing right now. We are going down the side and pulling all the bolts out of this piece here so we can get it popped off so we can get some new wood put on, because this is a little rotten under there, guys. One piece down, a lot more to go. As you can see right here, the guy that sold us the boat told us that the guy that he bought it from said that he put treated plywood down here, but as you can see, I don't think that was the case.
You can tell it wasn't meant to be around
Water
and stuff because everything's separating. See, the glues and stuff, I know this from boat building. So I build plywood boats that are covered with fiberglass. That's the style boat I build. It's a classic way of building wooden boats. And they've done it for years is basically what I mean by classic way. But anyway, you got to use plywood that is glued up with a glue that is suitable for water purposes. And obviously this plywood is not standing up to water purposes because this was decked 2 years ago. And in 2 years, it is deteriorated. So we're gonna get it ripped off. We're gonna put new on there. I mean, that was one of the deals, I think, why Mr. Colton may have sold us this boat for a pretty decent price, I feel like, because he knew that we were going to come in here and do all kind of work if we wanted to build up from there. So we're going to fix it up. Let's get it ripped off.
We got all hands on deck today, guys. So the boys have been working hard. They already got the sides off, working on getting the seat and the steering wheel off so they can then get the plywood off. So we can go get some new plywood to put down. But this looks so weird with all the sides off. So this boat had this top layer on it. I'm not sure what you call it, but we're gonna get that pulled off. Yeah, you can see the worst part's about right there in that section. This front part don't look too bad.
Well,
But then it gets pretty rough right here.
I'm looking at the
It's wet
lettering on it right now.
in here.
It's underlayment, non-treated.
Non-treated, that's what it says?
Yeah. Gonna cut it in half as a big old sheet.
Rocky's checking it out.
back up now, right? Feel like it's bending a lot.
Yeah, check this out.
I was stepping on this edge. You can see why we want to replace it.
Yeah, and as we got to the back here, can't tell too good on camera, but it's pretty rolled up right there.
Last little bit here.
So our goal for today is to get this plywood off. Then tomorrow we can put some new plywood on and get everything started. So we have to have puppy kisses.
Puppy, puppy, puppy.
They're all jealous. Alright guys, it is the next day and we're headed to Lowe's to pick up some plywood for the new pontoon boat.
We got to get the deck fixed up and nice and not where we'll fall through. Because, you know, if you fall through a pontoon boat, you're in the water.
Yeah.
You know, so there's nothing there underneath it but water in the middle. So
I've already given Tyler an idea. So in the middle of the boat, even in the little house part, we should open up the floor. We can fish from the inside down below the pontoon boat.
Yeah, because there's technically no middle. You got a pontoon, an open space, and a pontoon. So you could actually have a fishing window in there. You could be sitting in your AC and drop a line through there.
I think it'll be fun. And that's what we're looking for right there. Treated plywood.
So we went ahead and laid everything out, checked everything for square, got everything where it needs to be. Essentially all we have to do now is go back and finish screwing everything down. So we're in good shape now. So now let's get everything fastened down and then we will continue the build from that point on. But we will have a firm foundation to be built upon.
The 2.5 by 1.5 inch studs are now cut and they look pretty nice. We got them out of a really nice log that had no knots, or very few knots. As you can tell through there, we didn't want anything breaking. 3 walls down, it's coming along nicely. We are working on this last wall right now. Let's see if I can show you. So the front door will be here. Then we'll have windows here. Tyler's working on the bottom piece.
Last bit of framing.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, I ended up, my measurement might not have been perfect on the cross there, so I just did a little notch out to make it fit.
That works. All the rafters are cut now and they're laid out in the sections where they're gonna go. We are about to start hanging it. It's getting exciting, y'all. We got the 2 front windows and the door put on and the 2 windows on the side. We just gotta hang the back door, get these rafters on, get this building wrapped up, put the tin on top, and then we can take it out.
There's the first 2 rafters in place after we cut them. Just kind of give you a view there. Now, what we're doing is 24 inches center to center. We got them pre-marked here. And that one starts in the beginning. So we got 8 of them to go as we get towards the back area. I feel like these are gonna be as easy as it comes when it comes to making rafters because, well, they're just solid board.
Solid rafter.
You know, I'm sure you could make these on, well, I could show you some my grandfather made on a much bigger scale on a building over there. He took, I think it was 2 by 17s, and then he did a similar V out, and then he put a 2x4 across the bottom. We didn't want to get too much height for what this is gonna be more than enough, I do believe.
Yes.
I'll turn the camera up here. As you can see, all the rafters are cut and in place. So now Brittany and I are about to go cut the purlins for the top. So we're gonna go pick out a log, knock out a couple purlins, and we're gonna hang them.
I already got the tin ordered too.
Oh yeah, all the metal is ordered for the top, and we're working on our siding. We've tried different options, thinking of weight, trying to be the lightest. Thinking I'm gonna go with poplar siding, really thin stuff. We'll see. Check it out, guys. We ended up getting 21 of these 10-inch wide pieces for our siding project. And I still got some over here in the side to edge. I'm gonna edge a couple of those on camera for you guys, show you how we do that. Let's get these off the mill, edge those last few. We're at 21 here. Let's see what we wind up with. I know we're gonna have some trim pieces that we're gonna have that are gonna be 3.5 inches wide. Some of that'll come out of the side cuts, but we're gonna try to get as many 10 inches out of the side cuts as we can.
Siding is starting to go up.
Doing 1.75 inches on my overlay here, and then I think that leaves about a 9.25. Let's see, no, 8.25 of each face going up. 8.25 going up.
I think it's gonna look cool. What do you think?
I think so. I think choosing a 7/16 siding leaves it malleable enough that you can kind of bend it around and it'll be strong but not too heavy. That's really the thing, is not being too heavy. Of course it will dry out. It's heavy now as it ever will be, and it will get lighter from this point as this dries out.
So we got one side finished. Doesn't that look really, really nice? It actually looks a lot better than I ever could have expected it to. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Pretty cool.
Right there.
A little bit lower.
Okay. What about on my side?
Yep.
I'm on it.
We got the front side done. The side done. And coming around here to the back. We got half of it done before it got dark on us yesterday. I'm super excited, guys, and I cannot wait until the boat is finished and we can take it out. So the motor that came with the boat had a thermostat problem, as you can see.
Yeah, that thermostat was, well, it's in pieces.
Yeah.
So we got a brand new thermostat. We just forgot to record putting it in there, and I had a schematic here, a breakdown. Anyway, ordered new parts for it, and I got the new one going in with a brand new gasket now. So I believe it will cool now. When we got it, that was one of the issues. He said it wouldn't cool, and so we put a new impeller in it, and we put a new thermostat in it. So technically, that should be resolved. What do you think, Britt?
It should run now. I'm thinking it's going to.
Well, it ran. I had to do some carburetor adjustments. It ran, but it ran hot.
Yeah, I was going to say it started overheating.
So,
kind of like our bass boat did last year.
Yeah, we had the similar scenario with a stopped up one and a bad thermostat. I think we were able to save that thermostat, though.
We were. We just cleaned it out. It had gravel and sand in it.
This one had leaves and trash in it and a blown up thermostat. So now we're just flushing this joker up. We're going to take it and try it out in a little bit and see if it's going to run hot anymore. Hopefully not.
Let me take you guys on a walk around. We got all of the siding put on, which looks excellent. Now I don't think it's going to weigh very much either. That was one problem that we were kind of worried about, but I don't think the poplar's going to weigh that much when it dries out, especially. But I think it looks pretty cool. You excited?
I am. I just want to. So the goal here is for it to float decent with the weight, our weight distribution and all that. I'm hoping that it floats at least at the lowest mid pontoon. So hopefully, some mid pontoon is here. And it will sit a little bit worse in the back than it will the front, depending on weight distribution, because you have a motor hanging off the back. But the goal is to see your water line from here, in this, between these 2 points would be a good water line up front. We'll see. We may have to end up putting some weight forward to balance it, but a water test is the only way to really check that out. So water test it is.
And we are planning on doing that water test today. We are back in the boat, into the slip right now.
Scary.
It is scary. Is it gonna float? It floats. That's pretty cool, y'all. Still not too sure about that motor, if that's what we're going to use or not. It's just the one that came on it. But that is awesome. That looks crazy going down the river. What do you think?
Can't wait to go camping.
Yes, that's gonna be so much fun. What you think about it, Aiden?
It's crazy. Can't wait to go camping with Joe.
Uh-oh. He wants Joe to come camping with us. This is gonna be so much fun. I think we will have a great time this summer camping on that and just having a relaxing, fun time.
Welcome home.
How was it?
It was good.
It looked really neat.
It works good. It maneuvers fine. Still running hot.
Oh no!
It did run hot.
Wonder what the problem is now. So the float test went
Is
excellent.
excellent. It works great. It doesn't necessarily even float much deeper than it did with its factory settings because, well, you can see the water line where it used to be and where it is now. So we're good in that regard. Main objective here is going to be to figure out the outboard problem. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I spend a lot of time on the water through all these years. I don't chase outboard problems. Like, I'm not going to chase that for forever. I put a new thermostat. I put a new impeller. I'm going to go home and flush the system out. But
I just knew that thermostat was going to fix it.
Well, if it doesn't fix it, we'll be looking a different direction on outboard motors. I'm not going to chase it forever because I'll have this thing finished and ready to use. New deck, new boat, new everything, and then be worried about chasing an old 40 for forever.
Yeah.
I'll end up repowering it with something more modern. But good to go. It does run, and not run, but it does float and operate as a boat should.
Look at all of the gnats.
All right, guys, check it out. We got her on the water and tested yesterday. It's the next day. We're debating on some different things we're going to do and try out on the outboard to fix that issue or put something different. We don't know what we're going to do yet, but it was a major success. We liked trim work and some interior things, trying to keep everything weight conscious, and we're going to be in good shape. Be ready for a trip. If you guys want to see us take a little river adventure, comment down below, guys, and let us know. I guess now you know what all the mystery wood we were cutting and the mystery pieces and the siding, so now you know what it went on. Got some railing we're going to add around the front out of the actual pontoon railing that came off of it. We have a lot of things that we want to do with this thing, but the main thing is the 1 week pontoon cabin shanty boat build is a success. We just got some finish work to do and little odds and ends to work out, but I do think this one's going to be very fun for Brittany, Aiden, and I to take out and enjoy on the weekends. So, like I said, comment down below if you want to see that. I'm running out, Britt. What you want to add? Anything?
Just don't forget to check us out on our Patreon. The guys over there already knew what was going on this whole week.
They knew the whole time. Patreon, if you guys aren't familiar, is a kind of another platform out there where we can share other things. So check it out. Link is in the description below. That will do it for this one. I'm so glad you guys got to come along for this whole build and hopefully come along for a lot more ventures in the future because we really appreciate you guys watching. Also, guys, before I forget to mention, happy 4th of July to everyone out there. We got food on the grill. We're going to go check on that stuff now. So until next time.
See ya.
Bam.